India's story is a vast and intricate tapestry, woven over 5,000 years. It is a tale of empires and ideas, of faith and fortitude. From the Indus River Valley to the foothills of the Himalayas, a civilization blossomed. This is the story of that civilization, a journey through the ages. We will witness the rise and fall of dynasties, the ebb and flow of power. Prepare to be captivated by the splendor of ancient cities and the wisdom of spiritual leaders. India's history is not merely a linear progression. It is a symphony of cultures, religions, and languages. It is a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt, innovate, and endure. This enduring spirit is visible in the art, architecture, and literature that have graced the Indian subcontinent for centuries. It is a legacy passed down through generations, a heritage that continues to shape India's present and future. Our journey begins in the mists of time, with the dawn of the Indus-Sarasvati civilization. We will then trace the evolution of Indian society through the Vedic period, witnessing the birth of Hinduism and the rise of powerful empires. From the Mauryas to the Mughals, each era has left an indelible mark on the Indian psyche. Through it all, India's spirit has remained undimmed. It is a spirit of resilience, of unity in diversity, of an unyielding belief in the power of the human spirit. This narrative will highlight the pivotal events and key figures that have shaped this remarkable civilization. Join us as we embark on an unforgettable voyage through 5,000 years of Indian history. Our journey commences in the fertile plains of the Indus River Valley, where one of the world's earliest civilizations took root. Around 3200 BC, the Indus-Sarasvati civilization emerged, showcasing a remarkable degree of urban planning and sophistication. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, with their grid-like streets and advanced drainage systems, stand as testaments to their ingenuity. These cities were hubs of trade and commerce, connected to distant lands through maritime networks. The Indus people, though their script remains undeciphered, left behind artifacts hinting at a rich culture. Pottery, sculptures and seals reveal an artistic sensibility and a deep connection with nature. Their reverence for the divine is evident in the figurines of deities and the ritualistic objects unearthed from archaeological sites. As the Indus-Sarasvati civilization declined, a new chapter began to unfold. The Vedic period, named after the Vedas, a collection of sacred texts. This era saw the emergence of Hinduism and the foundations of Indian philosophy. The Vedas, comprising hymns, prayers and rituals, offer a glimpse into the beliefs and practices of the ancient Indo-Aryans. The Vedic people were pastoral people who gradually migrated into the Indian subcontinent. They brought with them their language, Sanskrit, which would become the foundation of many Indian languages. The Vedas, composed in Sanskrit, reflect their worldview, their social structure, and their evolving understanding of the cosmos. This era laid the groundwork for the complex tapestry of Indian civilization and set the stage for the rise of powerful empires that would shape the subcontinent's destiny. Our journey begins in the bustling streets of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, metropolises of the Indus-Sarasvati civilization. These cities, built with advanced engineering and a keen eye for urban planning, were marvels of their time. Their inhabitants, skilled artisans and traders, navigated a world connected by maritime routes, their ships laden with goods destined for distant lands. Imagine walking those wide, straight streets, the air filled with the sounds of commerce and community. The Indus people, though their language remains a mystery, speak to us through their artifacts. Intricately carved seals, depicting animals both real and mythical, hint at a complex system of beliefs and trade. Terracotta figurines, capturing the everyday lives of their creators, offer a glimpse into their homes and hearts. These relics whisper of a people who valued beauty, order, and connection. But like all civilizations, the Indus-Sarasvati eventually declined, its cities slowly abandoned, its secrets swallowed by the sands of time. The reasons for its demise remain shrouded in speculation. Climate change, ecological shifts, or perhaps the arrival of new peoples. Yet, their legacy lived on, their innovations laying the groundwork for the civilizations that followed. From the ashes of the Indus, a new chapter began. The Vedic period, named after the sacred texts known as the Vedas. These hymns, prayers, and rituals, composed in the ancient language of Sanskrit, offer a window into the beliefs, practices, and social structures of the Indo-Aryan people. They speak of a world where gods and mortals interacted, where rituals maintained cosmic order, and where knowledge was revered. The Vedas, more than just religious texts, are a treasure trove of knowledge encompassing philosophy, astronomy, and even mathematics. They reflect a society in transition, from nomadic pastoralists to settled agriculturalists, their beliefs evolving alongside their changing way of life. The concept of dharma, duty, and righteousness emerged as a guiding principle, shaping social interactions and individual aspirations. Central to Vedic thought was the idea of a cosmic order, maintained through the performance of rituals and sacrifices. Fire altars, meticulously constructed according to ancient precepts, became focal points for these ceremonies, connecting the earthly realm with the celestial. The hymns of the Rig Veda, the oldest of the four Vedas, echo with invocations to Indra, Agni, and Surya, deities representing thunder, fire, and the sun, respectively. The later Vedic period witnessed the rise of philosophical inquiry, culminating in the Upanishads. These texts delved into the nature of reality, the self, and the ultimate truth, Brahman. The Upanishads explored profound questions about existence, seeking to unravel the mysteries of the universe and the human condition. They emphasized the interconnectedness of all things and the pursuit of knowledge and self-realization. During this time, the caste system, a hierarchical social division, began to solidify. While initially based on occupation, it gradually became hereditary, shaping the social fabric of Indian society for centuries to come. This system, though later subject to criticism and reform, played a significant role in maintaining order and social cohesion within the expanding Vedic world. As the Vedic period gave way to the rise of kingdoms and empires, India witnessed a time of great intellectual and spiritual ferment. In the 6th century BC, two extraordinary figures emerged, challenging the existing social order and offering new paths to enlightenment. Mahavira and Siddhartha Gautama, who would become known as Bhagwan Mahavira and Bhagwan Buddha, respectively. Mahavira, a contemporary of the Buddha, revived and reformed Jainism, an ancient Indian tradition emphasizing non-violence, self-discipline, and the pursuit of liberation from the cycle of birth and death. His teachings resonated with many, leading to the establishment of Jainism as a distinct religious tradition. Mahavira's emphasis on ahimsa, non-violence in thought, word, and deed, would have a profound impact on Indian thought. Siddhartha Gautama, born a prince, renounced a life of luxury to seek enlightenment. His quest led him to the realization of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, the core principles of Buddhism. The Buddha's teachings spread rapidly, offering refuge from suffering and a path to liberation through meditation, mindfulness, and compassion. This era of spiritual awakening coincided with the rise of powerful kingdoms, culminating in the emergence of India's first great empire, the Maurya Empire. Chandragupta Maurya, a visionary leader, unified much of the Indian subcontinent, laying the foundation for an empire that would stretch from the Himalayas to the Arabian Sea. Chandragupta's grandson, Ashoka the Great, ascended the throne and embarked on a path of conquest, expanding the empire's boundaries through military might. However, the horrors of war, particularly the bloody conquest of Kalinga, filled him with remorse, leading to a profound transformation. Ashoka renounced violence and embraced Buddhism, ushering in one of the most remarkable periods in Indian history. Ashoka's reign marked a turning point. Inspired by Buddhist teachings, he replaced warfare with Dharma Vijaya, conquest by righteousness. He erected pillars inscribed with his edicts, promoting non-violence, social welfare, and religious tolerance. These pillars, scattered across the subcontinent, stand as enduring testaments to Ashoka's vision of a just and compassionate society. Following the decline of the Mauryan Empire, India witnessed the rise of new powers, including the Satavahana dynasty in the south and the Kushan Empire in the north. The Kushans, patrons of art and trade, facilitated the spread of Buddhism along the Silk Road, connecting India to Central Asia and China. This period also saw the flowering of literature, art, and science. The epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata, passed down through generations of storytellers, were codified, becoming integral parts of Indian cultural consciousness. These epic tales, filled with heroes, gods, and timeless moral dilemmas, continue to inspire and resonate with millions today. As northern India grappled with the ebb and flow of empires, the south witnessed the rise of magnificent kingdoms, each leaving its indelible mark on the subcontinent's history. The Cholas, Pallavas, and Pandyas emerged as dominant powers, their reigns marked by architectural splendor, maritime prowess, and cultural efflorescence. Imagine the vibrant port cities of the Chola Empire, bustling with traders from distant lands, their ships laden with spices, silks, and precious stones. The Cholas, with their sophisticated naval power, extended their influence across the seas, establishing trade links with Southeast Asia. Their magnificent temples, towering testaments to their devotion and architectural genius, dot the landscape of southern India. The Brihadiswara Temple at Thanjavur, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands as a masterpiece of Chola artistry, its towering Vimana a testament to their engineering skills. The Pallavas, known for their patronage of art and learning, left behind a legacy of exquisite rock-cut temples and sculptures. The cave temples of Mahabalipuram, carved from granite boulders, depict scenes from Hindu mythology with breathtaking detail. These temples, a fusion of artistry and spirituality, stand as enduring symbols of Pallava cultural achievements. The Pandyas, ruling from their capital at Madurai, were renowned for their maritime trade and patronage of literature. The Tamil language flourished under their rule, with poets and scholars producing works of great beauty and depth. Their legacy can be seen in the Grand Meenakshi Temple in Madurai, a sprawling complex of colourful shrines and towering gateways, a testament to their devotion and architectural prowess. Amidst the changing political landscape, a profound spiritual awakening swept across India with the rise of the Bhakti movement. This movement, originating in South India and gradually spreading northward, emphasized personal devotion to God over rituals and rigid orthodoxy. It transcended the boundaries of caste, creed, and social hierarchy, uniting people from all walks of life in a shared spiritual quest. Saints and poets like Kabir, Ravidas, and Mirabai emerged as powerful voices of the Bhakti movement, their devotional songs and teachings resonating with the masses. They challenged the existing social order, questioning caste-based discrimination and advocating for the equality of all beings before God. Their message of love, compassion, and surrender to a higher power transcended religious boundaries, appealing to Hindus and Muslims alike. Kabir, a weaver by profession, became one of the most prominent figures of the Bhakti movement, his verses challenging social norms and emphasizing the unity of all religions. His poetry, known for its simplicity and directness, resonated with people from all walks of life, transcending the barriers of language and literacy. He rejected the hypocrisy of organized religion, advocating for a direct, personal experience of the divine. Mirabai, a Rajput princess, renounced her royal life to dedicate herself to Krishna. Her devotion expressed through passionate poetry that continues to move hearts even today. Her songs, filled with longing and surrender, celebrate the love between the devotee and the divine, a theme that resonated deeply with the common people. She challenged patriarchal norms, choosing her own path of spiritual seeking and inspiring countless women with her courage and unwavering faith. As the 16th century dawned, a new power emerged from the northwest, forever altering the course of Indian history. The Mughals, descendants of Genghis Khan and Timur, swept down from Central Asia, their armies led by Babur, a brilliant strategist and founder of the Mughal dynasty. Babur's victory over the Lodi dynasty at the First Battle of Panipat in 1526 marked the beginning of Mughal rule in India, ushering in an era of unprecedented grandeur, cultural fusion, and imperial expansion. The early Mughal emperors, from Babur to Humayun, faced fierce resistance from Afghan nobles and Rajput rulers, vying for control of the fertile Gangetic plains. Humayun, Babur's son, experienced both victory and exile, his reign marked by instability and challenges. Yet, he laid the groundwork for his son, Akbar, who would inherit a fragmented empire and transform it into a beacon of power and prosperity. Imagine the opulent Mughal courts, adorned with Persian carpets, shimmering silks, and the melodies of sitar and tabla. The Mughals, patrons of art, architecture, and literature, brought with them a rich cultural heritage, blending Persian, Turkish, and Indian traditions into a unique and vibrant synthesis. Their arrival marked a new chapter in the cultural tapestry of India, a fusion of styles that would leave an indelible mark on the subcontinent's artistic landscape. Akbar's rise to power as a young emperor marked the beginning of a new era, one defined by his military genius, administrative acumen, and a vision of a united and inclusive India. Under his reign, the Mughal Empire would reach its zenith, stretching from the Himalayas to the Deccan, its borders secured by a powerful army and a centralized administration. Akbar, often referred to as Akbar the Great, was more than just a conqueror. He was a visionary ruler who understood the importance of winning the hearts and minds of his subjects. Recognizing the diversity of his vast empire, he adopted a policy of religious tolerance, abolishing the jizya tax on non-Muslims and welcoming Hindus, Sikhs, and even Christians into his court and administration. He established a system of governance based on meritocracy, promoting individuals based on their abilities rather than their religious or social backgrounds. His reign witnessed a remarkable synthesis of cultures, as Persian, Arabic and Sanskrit flourished alongside each other in his court. Akbar's reign saw the construction of magnificent forts, palaces and mosques, showcasing the grandeur of Mughal architecture. The city of Fatehpur Sikri, built near Agra, served as his capital for a brief period and stands today as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to his vision and the architectural prowess of his empire. Its blend of Hindu and Islamic architectural styles reflects Akbar's commitment to cultural fusion and tolerance. He commissioned the translation of Hindu texts like the Mahabharata and Ramayana into Persian, making them accessible to a wider audience. This cross-cultural exchange extended to art, with Mughal miniature paintings incorporating elements of Indian aesthetics, creating a vibrant fusion of styles. Akbar's legacy as a unifier, a patron of the arts, and a wise ruler continues to inspire. His reign serves as a testament to the possibilities of tolerance, cultural exchange, and the enduring power of a vision that transcends religious and social divides. Akbar's successors, Jahangir and Shah Jahan, continued to expand the empire's borders and patronize the arts. Jahangir, a lover of nature and beauty, is remembered for his exquisite gardens and his patronage of Mughal miniature painting, which reached new heights of refinement under his rule. His memoirs, the Tuzuki Jahangiri, offer a glimpse into his personality, his love for art, and the intricacies of Mughal court life. Shah Jahan, Jahangir's son, ascended the throne and embarked on a period of architectural splendor, driven by his grief over the death of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. He commissioned the construction of the Taj Mahal in Agra, one of the world's most iconic monuments, and an enduring testament to his love for Mumtaz. The Taj Mahal, with its white marble facade, intricate carvings, and symmetrical gardens, stands as a masterpiece of Mughal architecture, a symbol of love that transcends time and culture. However, the Mughal Empire, despite its outward splendor, faced internal challenges. Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan's son, came to power after a bitter war of succession against his brothers. His reign, though marked by territorial expansion, also witnessed a decline in religious tolerance and increased tensions with the Marathas in the Deccan and the Rajputs in Rajasthan. Aurangzeb's policies, seen by some as a departure from the inclusive vision of Akbar, contributed to the gradual weakening of the empire, paving the way for its eventual decline in the 18th century. Despite this decline, the Mughal legacy continued to shape the cultural and political landscape of India, its impact visible in the art, architecture, language, and cuisine of the subcontinent. As the Mughal Empire's grip on power weakened after Aurangzeb's death in 1707, a new force emerged from the rugged hills of the Deccan, the Marathas. Led by the charismatic and visionary Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, they challenged Mughal dominance, establishing an independent Maratha kingdom in western India. Shivaji, a brilliant military strategist and a shrewd administrator, instilled in his people a spirit of resistance and a deep sense of national identity. Born into a family of warriors, Shivaji understood the importance of guerrilla warfare in the challenging terrain of the Deccan. He rallied local chieftains and their warriors, forging a formidable fighting force that challenged the much larger Mughal armies. Shivaji's military successes, including the capture of the strategically important fort of Torna at the young age of 16, earned him the respect of his followers and the grudging admiration of his enemies. He understood that true power lay not just in military might, but also in the hearts and minds of the people. Shivaji's vision extended beyond military victories. He laid the foundation for a well-governed state based on justice and the welfare of his subjects. He reformed the administrative system, introduced revenue reforms based on land productivity, and patronized the Marathi language and culture. He understood the importance of a strong navy and established a Maratha fleet that challenged European dominance in the Arabian Sea. Shivaji's reign marked the beginning of the Maratha resurgence, a period of expansion and consolidation that would see the Maratha Confederacy emerge as a dominant power in 18th century India. His legacy as a warrior king, a just ruler, and a symbol of Maratha pride continues to inspire generations of Indians. While the Marathas were challenging Mughal authority in the Deccan, another powerful force was taking shape in the northwest. The Sikhs, founded by Guru Nanak in the 15th century, Sikhism emerged as a distinct religious tradition that challenged the caste system and emphasized the equality of all beings. The Sikh gurus, 10 in succession, preached a message of devotion, service, and social justice, attracting followers from diverse backgrounds. The 10th Guru, Gobind Singh, formalized the Sikh tradition of warrior saints with the creation of the Khalsa in 1699. Facing persecution from Mughal rulers, Guru Gobind Singh transformed the Sikh community into a formidable fighting force, instilling in them a spirit of courage, self-sacrifice, and unwavering faith. The Khalsa, characterized by their commitment to 5 Ks, Kesh, Kankha, Kara, Kirpan, and Kachera, became a symbol of Sikh identity and resistance. The Khalsa, bound by a shared faith and a code of conduct, fought valiantly against Mughal oppression, their military prowess and unwavering spirit earning them both respect and fear. They established their own independent misls or principalities in Punjab, challenging Mughal authority and laying the groundwork for a future Sikh empire. The rise of the Khalsa marked a turning point in Sikh history, transforming them from a persecuted religious community into a powerful political force. Their struggle for survival and their unwavering commitment to their faith would shape the destiny of Punjab and have a lasting impact on the history of India. As the 18th century drew to a close, a young Sikh warrior named Ranjit Singh emerged as a unifying force in Punjab. Born into a family of Sikh chieftains, Ranjit Singh possessed a rare combination of military acumen, political shrewdness, and a vision for a united and prosperous Punjab. He inherited a fragmented kingdom, divided among warring Sikh misls, and set about unifying them under his banner. Through a combination of diplomacy, strategic alliances, and military victories, Ranjit Singh consolidated his power, establishing the Sikh Empire in 1799. Known as the Lion of Punjab, he extended his rule from the Khyber Pass in the west to the Sutlej River in the east, encompassing a vast territory that included present-day Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, and parts of Himachal Pradesh. Ranjit Singh was not just a conqueror. He was a wise and benevolent ruler who understood the importance of good governance and a strong army. He modernized his army, incorporating European military techniques and training, while also maintaining the traditional martial spirit of the Sikh warriors. He established a strong central administration, implementing reforms in revenue collection, justice, and infrastructure development. He patronized education, art, and culture, creating a court that welcomed scholars, poets, and musicians from diverse backgrounds. He understood the importance of religious tolerance and treated his Hindu and Muslim subjects with respect, ensuring their representation in his administration. His reign marked a golden age for the Sikh Empire, a period of peace, prosperity, and cultural efflorescence that earned him a place among the most remarkable rulers in Indian history. tapestries. The 19th century witnessed a growing sense of unease among Indians as the realities of British rule became increasingly apparent. The economic exploitation of the subcontinent, coupled with the social and racial discrimination meted out to Indians, fueled resentment and a desire for self-rule, or Swaraj. Early uprisings, like India's First War of Independence of 1857, brutally suppressed by the British, served as a stark reminder of the human cost of colonial rule. From the ashes of these early uprisings emerged a new generation of Indian leaders, educated in Western ideals, but deeply rooted in their own cultural heritage. They recognized that the path to freedom lay in uniting a diverse and fragmented nation under a common banner of nationalism. Organizations like the Indian National Congress, founded in 1885, provided a platform for educated Indians to articulate their grievances and demand greater autonomy from British rule. The struggle for Indian independence took many forms. Early nationalists like Dadabhai Naoroji and Gopal Krishna Gokhale advocated for greater representation for Indians within the existing colonial framework. They exposed the economic drain of British rule through their writings and speeches, demanding greater economic justice for India. Others, like Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal, known as the extremist faction within the Congress, advocated for a more assertive approach, demanding complete independence from British rule. They mobilized the masses through religious festivals and invoked India's glorious past to inspire a spirit of resistance. The stage was set for a leader who could unite these diverse strands of nationalism and lead India to its destined tryst with freedom. That leader would emerge in the form of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, a lawyer who had honed his skills of non-violent resistance in South Africa. Gandhi's arrival on the Indian political scene in 1915 marked a turning point in the struggle for independence. His message of satyagraha, or truth force, resonated deeply with the Indian masses. He called upon Indians to resist British rule through non-violent civil disobedience, boycotting British goods, refusing to cooperate with colonial laws, and embracing traditional Indian values of self-reliance and simplicity. Gandhi's leadership transformed the Indian National Congress from an elite organization into a mass movement, drawing in millions of ordinary Indians from all walks of life. From the Salt Satyagraha of 1930, which challenged the British monopoly on salt, to the Quit India movement of 1942, which demanded an immediate end to British rule, Gandhi's non-violent campaigns shook the foundations of the British Raj. The British, weakened by World War II and facing increasing pressure both domestically and internationally, finally agreed to grant India independence in 1947. However, this long-awaited freedom came at a tragic price. The partition of India into two independent nations, India and Pakistan, based on religious lines, led to one of the largest mass migrations in human history, accompanied by horrific violence and bloodshed. Millions of Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs were displaced from their ancestral homes, their lives torn apart by the communal hatred that had been inflamed during the final years of British rule. Gandhi, who had opposed partition and had worked tirelessly for Hindu-Muslim unity, was devastated by the violence. On January 30th, 1948, just a few months after India achieved independence, he was assassinated by Nathuram Godse, who held him responsible for the partition and the plight of Hindu refugees. Gandhi's assassination was a tragic loss for India and the world, but his message of non-violence, truth, and social justice continues to inspire generations of activists and peacemakers around the world. As we stand at the precipice of the 21st century, looking back on India's 5,000-year journey, we are struck by its remarkable continuity. Despite the ebb and flow of empires, the invasions and upheavals, the spirit of India has endured, its essence woven into the very fabric of its people. From the ancient cities of the Indus to the bustling metropolises of modern India, there is an unbroken thread connecting generations, a shared cultural memory that transcends time and circumstance. India's story is not one of linear progression, but rather a tapestry of diverse strands woven together, creating a vibrant and complex whole. It is a land where ancient traditions coexist with modern aspirations, where spirituality and science walk hand in hand, and where unity is found in the midst of incredible diversity. This ability to embrace contradictions, to find harmony in dissonance, is perhaps the defining characteristic of Indian civilization. India's resilience, its ability to absorb and synthesize diverse influences, is evident throughout its history. From the arrival of the Aryans to the Mughal conquest, each wave of newcomers left its mark on the subcontinent, adding new layers to its cultural tapestry. Yet through it all, India retained its essential character, its core values of tolerance, respect for diversity, and a deep-rooted spirituality. The teachings of Buddha, Mahavira, and the Bhakti saints continue to resonate today, reminding us of the importance of compassion, non-violence, and the pursuit of truth. The legacy of Ashoka's Dharma Vijaya, of Akbar's Dini Ilahi, and of Ranjit Singh's secular rule serve as beacons of tolerance and inclusivity in a world often torn apart by religious and ethnic strife. India's story is not just a regional narrative, it is a global testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Its contributions to mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy have enriched the world, shaping the course of human thought and progress. From the invention of zero to the concept of infinity, from the ancient practice of yoga to the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads, India has shared its knowledge and wisdom freely, enriching the lives of countless individuals across cultures and continents. As India navigates the challenges of the 21st century, its ancient wisdom and its modern experiences offer valuable lessons for the world. In an era marked by globalization, climate change, and increasing interconnectedness, India's tradition of tolerance, its respect for diversity, and its commitment to non-violence provide a roadmap for peaceful coexistence and sustainable development. India's journey is far from over. It is a nation on the rise, its economy growing. Today, India is world's fifth largest economy, its people aspiring for a better future. The challenges are immense, from poverty and inequality to environmental degradation and social divisions. Yet, there is a sense of optimism, a belief that India can draw upon its ancient wisdom and its modern dynamism to overcome these challenges and create a more just and equitable society for all its citizens. India's story is a reminder that civilization is not a static entity, but rather a dynamic process, a continuous journey of growth, adaptation, and renewal. It is a story that continues to unfold, offering hope and inspiration to a world seeking solutions to complex challenges. As India marches forward, its ancient spirit, its vibrant culture, and its message of peace and harmony will continue to resonate, reminding us of the boundless potential of the human spirit. Hope you liked the summarized history of India, which spans 5,000 years. Please subscribe to my channel for more enlightened articles.